Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle Bennett. I'm actually really excited to have a chance to sit down and talk with you guys. And for those of you who are tuning in maybe afterwards, I'm glad that you're taking a look at this recording. I actually have some really great tips to share with you as far as some things that you can be doing for music producers. There are some fun, easy, free tools available for marketing your music, and that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. First, a little bit more about myself. I am actually an admissions advisor at Wholesale University, which is what was named one of the top 5 schools from Rolling Stone for having one of the best music programs available. They're also really known in the entertainment and media industry for a lot of the work that they do and how they prepare their students to be successful in that industry. And having been in the admissions department for 2 years now, and I've definitely seen what some students do that sets them apart from making beats in their garage as a hobby versus going on and working, mixing, doing the tracks with artists like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Eminem. It's amazing to see. So that's where a lot of my insight is coming from today. I've also been in the public relations and marketing world since 2005. Started off with different internships after graduating college with a degree in radio and television, a minor in marketing. I went on to do some social media work, and now I've also gotten into some event planning, award shows, weddings, which is a lot of fun to get into for myself. But that's a little bit about myself, letting you know where my background is, and from there, let's go ahead and talk some more about what you're going to be doing. As a music producer, and be saying to yourself, well, how can I market myself? There's so much going on, but there's a lot of easy tools that you can start using from now. So let's just jump right into it. Now, as a person thinking about marketing, one of the first things they have you do is figure out who your audience is. Who is your audience? What type of beats do you make? And when you think about who you want to purchase your beats, one of the first questions you should ask yourself is, what's your genre? Is there a specific genre that you cater to? If you maybe do a variety of music, making sure that you have those separated. So, if somebody's in a rock band versus someone who's in a rap group, they're going to know what they're looking for. They can find your beats and really find what's going to work for them. So obviously, the kind of beat that you think would work well for Katy Perry may not be the same beat that you would think would work well for 2 Chainz. So just keep that kind of stuff in mind when you're getting your music out there, trying to figure out where to start marketing your music. These are the kind of questions you want to start asking yourself. Mixtapes or singles? Is your audience buying CDs? Are they attending music festivals? Are they going on iTunes? Again, these are the kind of questions you want to start asking yourself so you'll know where to start marketing your beats. Would you say you're more underground or more mainstream? Sometimes if something's a bit more mainstream, you may be able to market it on a site that is looking for background music for a movie. Or maybe, there's a different event coming up and you're going to have the perfect fit for that. You can submit your music. Versus more underground music, you may be looking to attend, say, more cyphers, maybe getting involved in more local events or contests so that you're really hitting that underground scene, seeing where the music is at, really being a part of that crowd. So once you've asked yourself some of these questions, kind of targeted your specific niche, it's going to be a lot easier to start getting your music out there and knowing the right place to do it. So from there, yes, the site's not working for me at this moment, but what I'm going to do is include these links so you can click on it when you get a chance. When you click on that T-Bar Productions, you're going to see how he's got this huge website, he's got his logo, so starting on some branding. The beats come on automatically, you see the prices, you see what kind of beat it is. Again, a great way to market yourself, get your music out there. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, a website, this is starting to sound like a little bit too much. I don't know anything about coding. I don't know how to make my own website. Luckily, social media makes this a lot easier. I mean, as far as connecting with people through the internet across the globe without having to maintain your own website. A lot of social media, and we'll take a look at the variety of social media that they have. A lot of it's free, which is also pretty great. I've got music sites listed here. Some of the first things that come to mind, if you're not familiar, definitely check out these other sites, and I've got them listed in the links here. SoundCloud, DatPiff, MySpace. I know you hear MySpace and you think, what? That's the day before Facebook. But now it's actually a really great place for up-and-coming artists. So as a music producer, if you want to try and find the next artist to maybe start attaching some of your music with, try looking on MySpace. This is also an area where knowing who your audience is very important because, say if you're more in the hip-hop world, going on DatPiff is a great way to connect with more hip-hop fans versus maybe what you would find on some of the other sites. SoundCloud, I know I've got this listed here. Or actually, well, I'm still talking about DatPiff. Wiz Khalifa was actually, basically discovered his first album, Cushion Orange Juice, took off from the downloads it had on DatPiff. And so, again, just a really great way to kind of start off for free. If you continue on, you've got your social sites. So you think of more traditional things like your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram. Now, as a music producer, you may be asking yourself, well, how can I use these items? But they're really all different tools to help you connect with your listeners. So if you attend an event, share that on your Facebook page. Let people see, hey, I'm a music producer, but I'm more than just someone who makes beats. I attend these things. You can catch me here. I do these things. This is what I'm about, and people really get a chance to know you. And it's not something that you have to be a part of all of them. I know there's tons of music sites out there. Actually, I want you to click on the example I've got listed in my links here. If you take a look at one of the music producers, I know he's done music for everyone from Lil Wayne to Rick Ross. He, AO the producer, but he'll put up these 30-second clips on his Instagram now that they have this video component available. And, it's just enough to make you want to hear more of the beat. But it's just a simple way. I mean, you don't need any special equipment, any editing footage. You just, you can keep your listeners engaged simply by giving them sort of these teaser videos. So when you take a look at that, that'll be pretty interesting for you. I've also got news sites. There we go. News sites listed here. And no, I'm not talking about your World Star Hip Hop or your TMZ. I mean, real news. When you think about, going out there and really getting some more media exposure. Now, this doesn't have to be physical all the time. This could be online. So if there's any specific bloggers, maybe local journalists, go ahead and make a list like this. I actually have one listed here that I've done for myself for one of my clients. List their position, list the outlet, list their contacts. Understand when you have a listing party coming, maybe one of the artists you're working with is coming out with their first video. You can start reaching out to some of these different outlets. If they want to blog about it, talk about it, share that news, you already have their information here. That's another great thing to look into. I know we're going over a lot of information. So far we've covered either having your own website, looked into 3 different kinds of social media that you can use. Um, Hopefully it's not too overwhelming. They're actually all very simple. This last one I'm going to mention to you is something that we all know and use probably more than we like to admit. But YouTube, and I mean, it's one of those tools that we may take for granted. I've got another example listed here. If you take a look at Arab music, um, I've got an example of him, basically just rocking out on that beat maker there. And this is something very similar that you can be doing to connect with your audience, share a piece of yourself, share your music. Say even at a time when you don't have a complete mix done. Um, even though you may be working on your own mixtape, your own instrumentals, working with different artists, even whether or not you're working with artists. I mean, if you're working with one, and encourage your artists to start making their music videos so you have something to promote and share on YouTube. Um, Sometimes the biggest internet sensations, the biggest sensations, they come overnight or they happen, just by getting enough of those views, enough of those likes on YouTube. And even when you're wondering, well, what do I put up? Just do it. Sometimes that's just what it comes down to. It could be some clips of you in the studio, maybe doing a mashup. If you're able to get into some of that editing software, you've got, again, free programs. It comes on a Mac. You've got iMovie. There's editing things that you can download. I know it's the beauty of technology these days. You don't even have to be in front of your computer. You could do half of this stuff by downloading an app on your phone. So don't be scared. Just jump into it. Um, Start filming more of what you do. Take out that iPhone. Take out that BlackBerry. I'm really getting old school now. But just record it. Put it up. You still want to make sure that your content is important, that it's interesting. You want people to want to view what you're doing, and what you're posting. So again, knowing your audience was that first step. If making a website seems like too much, making sure that you're staying active on your social media will definitely be important. And then also connecting with your listeners, connecting with your audience. Using videos, going on YouTube is another great way to kind of kickstart things. So I know I kept it kind of light today, but these are just a few simple things that you can start doing on a day-to-day basis, becoming more active on to start getting your music out there. I definitely want to thank everyone for joining in with me today or for watching it later on. Check out some more of this information at prbydanny.com. That's my website. That's where you'll find some of these additional links that I know I apologize wasn't able to click through all of them today, but I have them listed on the site so that you can see some more of those examples of how music producers or how different people are using their social media to help promote their music. So if you have any questions, please leave me a comment. I'll have some comments listed there, or a comment box listed there as well, so you can definitely hit me back with that. And it's been great.